Today we're making new friends. We're building a community. And we're still doing all the things we love. We're getting the most out of every day. One day we'll rest, but not today.
Cool, thank you for tuning in, and if you are tuning in, you have stumbled upon or found on purpose the semi-final of the New Zealand Indoor Bowl Summerset National Open Pairs semi-final, and the one that we're televising today is between Alistair Wilson and Liz Morrow from North Taranaki, playing Nick Sinclair and Rochelle Cameron, who are a composite team. I'm Alex Reid, and I'm joining the commentary box here today with Simon Poppleton.
Afternoon, Alex. This should be a ripper, this game.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. So we're right down to the last 4 teams in this event now, and the ones we have in front of us I've already explained. In the other semi-finals, we've got Graham Lowe and Gary Lowe, and they're taking on Simon Thomas and Michael Lawson in that semi-final to find a winner there.
So it's a quarterly stacked semi-final lineup we have, Alex.
Oh, right, absolutely. It's been, it promises to be a good couple of games, even down to the last 16. I think we counted up in the last 16 of the Open event, 14 of the skips had played for their island team.
Yes.
It just speaks to the cream sort of rising to the top in this event.
For sure.
Starting on the upper way here.
So Rochelle Cameron, the left-hander. We seem to have quite a few left-handers playing in the later stages of this event.
Yes, there's a few hanging around.
Liz Morrow, long-time stalwart of the North Taranaki Centre. I think she now resides in the King Country, I do believe.
Yeah, she plays out of Otaronga club at the moment, and she's been well received there.
Absolutely. Quality player. So Rochelle's now on the back end, looking to probe through the head, which she will be getting some sort of contact. Oh,
Good shot.
Gives Nicholas a bit of room to work with.
That's what you can do with one of those shorter jacks. You've got
Yes.
plenty of room to reset the head, and a good ball there.
Yes.
Good touch. They don't know it yet, but this is the upper way. It's a good end to start on.
It is a good end to start with. So Ali Wilson, who'd disposed of or not last year, the previous winners, Grant Lamy and Mike Phipps, who won the event in 2019. Might have been the 32 maybe, was it, or the 16?
It was the 32, I think.
32, so they've obviously going very well to knock off that combination. And Nicholas Sinclair and Rochelle Cameron in the quarterfinals defeated Terry Blackburn and Matthew Farquhar, who've been a form pairing in the last few weeks. So Ali looks good again. Looks to be right on the jack. Very good bowl.
Yeah, good shot there. Good
couple.
first bowl.
Plenty of room for Nick though.
Nick on his forehand here. That's a good second bowl.
Reaching to the,
Great
to the
correction.
jack.
Nick's had a bit of success. Been around for a while now. I think he's played in the South Island team.
Yes.
Played in the South Island team before. He's won the South Island triples, and he's got a smattering of centre titles from Otago. Ali, that's the sort of player he is. He's aggressive. Is probably slightly too strong a term, but he doesn't muck around, does
He's a
he?
positive player. He's always positive, isn't he? But yeah, very, very good player.
Another one of those stories of incredible longevity in the sport. He won a Welsh trophy with North Taranaki in about 1985, and he's still playing at the top level of the game now. So it's pretty impressive, pretty very fit.
He did have a hip replacement a fair while ago, a few years ago.
Did he?
He did. So
Okay.
He's, yes.
Obviously doing its job.
Yes. I'm pretty sure it's not 13-11 according to the scoreboard.
No, I think they'll fix that one up. I think that might be left over from the last one.
I believe so.
Rochelle Cameron throwing the jack. That's no.
You disagree, Alex?
Technically, I think that was probably over the line, but Nick must have.
You might have asked. So
Yeah.
this is the downhill, as we know. So Rochelle, that should be narrow.
Yeah, Rochelle
Quite a
didn't know yet.
Big swinger, yes.
She'll know now.
You'll know now.
So we do have a television mat set up today, and it's done every game of post-section, which I think is a pretty impressive feat.
Yes.
It's been in the same place, so we know that this mat's going to be downhill coming in this direction, and that hand's going to swing, and the other hand's going to hold a little bit.
Yes.
About a half green.
So I believe this is a new combination, these Rochelle Cameron and and Nicholas Sinclair. I don't believe they've played pairs before.
No, I'm not sure how they. I'm not sure.
How they've ended together. That one's a bit strong from Rochelle, just drops off the end of the mat.
And they'd certainly be happy with their first outing.
Extremely. Pretty good from Liz.
Wonder if we'll see Rochelle switch to the other hand.
Nope. Nope, still down there. So get that nice grass, you'll come home well. Looks a bit quick, doesn't it?
Oh, there's a jack to go through on the way.
Well, not that quick.
Happy.
Pretty good ball from Rochelle.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I played with Rochelle in a rep event at some point, not that long ago. I think it was the Probin against North Taranaki actually, and she played exceptional lead bowls.
Very steady.
In that competition, and she's obviously kept up that sort of thing. We see that orange bowl of Liz's just trickling off the mat there. Easy to do.
So Nicholas's first bowl on the uphill, on the downhill. See how he adjusts. He got it out the right direction, but he's just a bit quick. I think actually quite a bit quick. Oh, not bad.
Not horrible. Again, he's focused on the green well there. That's good. That's a nice one to. You know you can correct from that on your weight. It's when you can't get your green right, everything else tends to fall apart, I find.
Ellie's going on the forehand here, but also just going to probably sit through the blue. This is the hand, so as we know, it's not quite as vicious a turn on that hand, so not quite to have the right line there. Well out again. It's pretty good here from Nick.
Great shot.
Yeah,
classy bowl.
Made life difficult. No balls past the jack for Ali in the team, so he just needs to probably with this one probably perhaps drift around the shot bowl and get to the back. The way that hand swings, you can almost draw and fall in and get the shot really.
I was going to comment on the music because it sounded like an accordion, but it actually turns out it was someone's phone, Simon,
yes.
so it's okay.
The music has been pretty good, but maybe accordion probably.
I was questioning it at that stage.
Stretching it, yes, just a little bit.
We did have a bit of Foster and Allen in the singles final.
Well, everyone's taste different, as they say, Alex. So this is looking pretty good. First in second in for Nick and for Rochelle. So Nick's will just be making sure he doesn't make any changes to the top of the head
Yeah,
there.
focusing on his line, getting his line right, and everything else comes from that, and that's what he's done there. Beautiful track from Nick Sinclair.
And that's good. He's left, so it's not bouncing off the back bowl either. So probably only two down there, maybe, Alex.
I'd say he's two down, and
Just two
Ali. I don't know what he's looking at on the forehand. I think he can just draws it down off the blue, cut it down to two. If you get a miracle result, it might be
Forehand is just not good by the looks of it at all.
On the back end, let it go. Watching this one come back in the head, he's not far away. He needs a little wriggle first. That's a great effort there from Ali Wilson. Well played bowl.
A couple to Ali. 3-0 after two ends.
Yep, so we got 3-0 to the Nick Sinclair and Rochelle Cameron combination. Betty Baltrop in the back right of the screen there, an avid bowl supporter.
He's been to many nationals. Her and Carmel Sullivan. Peas in the pod, those two, always together. So now we're back on the uphill. Again, that's that trap you fall in, isn't it? They just seem to not quite. They need to probably look for a foot behind the jack with their first, just to make sure you've got that first bowl over the head.
For sure. And Liz here on her backhand. Skipped the ladies triple in the North Island team for a number of years, that Liz. And she retired as well. She wasn't dropped from the team. She called it quits on her
own terms.
On her own terms.
Michelle's changing hands just to follow down Liz's track. I'm sure she'll
Michelle
from the first one. Yep, definitely. This wasn't going to be short,
Good
that one. Yeah, it's a good bowl there. Very handy.
Oh, a bit of Billy Joel.
Billy Joel in the background. So Liz, again, she'd be wanting to, with her first, improve on her first bowl and get past the head, which she has done.
Great
yes.
shot there. Brilliant bowl there from
Very
Liz
good.
Morrow. It's not a loose head here, but we're just seeing the result of some searching bowls. The
Yes.
players just figuring out what the ends do.
So Shell again will not be, I wouldn't actually be shy here.
Lovely effort here if she's got the right track. Oh, good bowl, but unlucky not to get a cleaner run through, but well played. Ellie will think about Liz being on the forehand here, wriggling through that split. It looks nice, but ultimately he's decided to ask her to play the backhand. Just chuck another one past. Didn't come out of her hand as nicely as she would have liked it to. Doesn't matter.
No. Well, it just opens up that channel a bit for Nick really down, doesn't it? He's got more of a wedge off that flat orange, just to play weight through the square. No. What do we know, Alex?
Very little.
Very little, was he?
But we talk with confidence, and that's what's important.
If you sound like you know what you're doing, apparently you do, maybe.
So Nick on his forehand. It's the big swing. It's going to come all the way back for him.
Great shot.
Great shot there from Nick
Very
Sinkley. He's playing some good bowls today.
That's why we're commentating he's playing, Alex. Fantastic shot, eh? So Ali and Liz have played for many, many moons together, I believe, haven't they? They've a lot of very solid combination.
Yeah, for a long, long time. I mean, it was a great shot there. That's perfect Ali Wilson
Yes.
shot. Just a little bit overweight, just popping the jack back. Nice place now. Now they've played for a long time in the district of North Taranaki.
Don't know the
Wide.
swing there. Yeah, that's the slightly straighter hand. So
Yeah, nice weight, I reckon.
He did.
So he just needs to correct a little bit.
again, he's got that port there going for him. So Ali needs to probably just be in the mix through that port and see where he ends up.
Get there himself. How's his weight? Oh, fair effort. He's just sort of tightened that line right up.
Made that more difficult for Nick.
Very interesting head here for Nick, because it's his last ball and there's another one to come of Ali's. It's a sort of head where it would be easy to look to reach through, but there's enough gaps that you could blink and drop a four here and not really see how it's happened. So he just needs to be careful what weight he opts to play. You're okay, you know, he's 3-0 up on the board. You're probably okay to drop a 1 or 2. They'll be thinking to themselves. Play it on your backhand, which is to the right on our screen. Go through that gap, sit for second shot. It's not too bad. If you try to get too aggressive here, I just feel like it's one of those heads that could just turn up on its head.
What are we thinking? Is he 3 down now? 2 down. He's playing a big weight. Well, much better. Maybe. Any indication of Liz on what the shot was?
That was a very good bowl from Nick Sinclair. I would have been too frightened to do that.
So Ali be on the forehand trying to just sit through the blue, possibly.
Very close here. If he's got the weight.
The swing, that's the swing, and ends.
Oh, he'll be gutted with that. He picked the line perfect, but he didn't have the oomph. And Nick's played a bomb there and cut it down to 1. That was a really good shot. Lovely little follow through on his collision bowl after he hit the head. Someone's been putting time out in the background. Oh no, they're taking a photo of him. Must be for the paper, I suppose. And Liz Morrow here on her backhand on the downhill. She needs to take it green. Ah, not horrible there. She's on the downhill, just miss it past.
As we said, over's always good.
Rochelle opting to follow Liz's track down on her forehand here.
Would have thought it'd be a bit tight, but left-hander, you never know. She got the no, not quite. So Liz, you maybe on the kinder hand, yes, she's decided to go that way. Good enough finish for the shot.
Yeah, happy enough. And Rochelle still on that forehand side. Nice big swing. Down to the weight now.
Seemed to give it a bit more of a flick that time, so a bit over.
Yeah, just a little bit over the head.
Just tight this time, I think it is. But
Yeah. Sort of quite a loose head we've got developing here.
So Rochelle will be just looking to tidy this up and get one nice and handy.
Half a chance here from Rochelle if it can hold its line just a little bit. Good shot there from Rochelle Cameron. Lovely bowl. What do you think Ali will do here, Simon?
Well, Ali won't be shy. He'll be right sitting right through the shop hole or the jack. Pretty good line too for it.
Something like this, Simon?
Yeah, pretty much similar to that.
Great shot.
Fantastic.
What beautiful weight control
Yes.
Ali had there. You know, he didn't overplay it. He just trailed the jack back to that perfect spot. I don't know what Nick's going to do. Probably draw as close as he can.
Yeah, look, I think there's plenty of room for Nick. That looks to be 2 or 3 inches away. So the way his form's been today, you'd think he'd have a chance of getting close.
There's your grey.
Just a bit quick, eh? But that's pretty good
fair
home. Pretty good home.
I haven't really seen much of Nick Sinclair's play, Simon.
Mm.
So I'm unsure what sort of, how
Well,
aggressive he is as a bowler.
No, he's not afraid to
As-
have a bit of a lash, as we say in the business.
Yeah, his brother Daniel is a very good bowler, plays for South Island
Yes.
team. He's quite aggressive as well. You
Yes.
can't you give him a target and he goes for it.
Well, they play a lot with their stepbrother Daniel French, who is extremely good player and quite an aggressive player, very good player.
Yes, I was fortunate enough. I played a South Island triples and South Island fours with Daniel French, and that was fun.
Yes.
It's good. He doesn't have to be asked twice to stand up.
No. Well, he's just a bit big here again. You can see what he's after.
Yeah, beautiful track twice. But just that, the weight has just eluded him on this occasion.
Ali be trying to just get this get to the back blue. What's he doing here, Alex? Very good
He
shot.
was nearly unlucky, but he wasn't.
Very
It's a
good
good shot, and I think we're going to see Nick on the forehand now on that blue that sits at 10 or 11 o'clock on our screen. You play through that plant, jack pops out. The worst case scenario, you drop a
Yes.
1 there,
Yep.
and you're 2 down as it is. If you get it perfect, it's a bit prettier than that.
Yep.
It's a harder shot to play than it looks though, because that hand is the holding hand.
Yes.
But I think
Yeah.
that's what we're going to
Pretty
see.
much. That's all there is there, really. There's not too much value on the backhand.
Let's see him get down on his forehand here. Looking for some movement. Let it go nicely. Just a little bit wide, I think.
Well,
Probably a bit hit, possibly
I
a bit
think that weight was a bit too.
quick. I think we would have seen jack movement,
Yes.
but it might not have stopped. And so that's a 2 count there, I believe. Yes, it is a 2 count there on the third end. Is it?
It is. It's 3 all after 4 ends, I believe, Alex.
After 4 ends.
Yes.
Oh, so this is end 5.
This is in 5. Alex, that's
Yeah,
correct.
it's brilliant. Great. Cool.
So
Everything makes sense.
Everything's
People
falling
don't
in place
panic.
now. So we're all good.
I'm easily confused, Simon. And on the uphill again, we see that's the jack. So the last game we commentated, which was a couple of games ago, and if you've been watching all day, you'll remember it, was between Marilyn Baskerville skipping and Nigel Warnes, and we saw a few ends, because this is the uphill way, a few times the jack was actually thrown not far past the front mark,
Yes.
and I think we've seen that happen again here. Very easy to do.
Very easy to do, and it's, as you say, it's just getting in the mindset, just thinking about what you're doing before you throw the jack.
Absolutely. So Rochelle with the better start here of the 2 leads. Morrow with an opportunity to move the jack back. She won't be shy. She will not be shy.
Here it comes.
Waiting
Not
for it to
bend enough.
Break back. Oh, she has a well-played bowl. She's a bit
Dead
unlucky. Let's give Rochelle an opportunity now. We know that as a skip, the jack's going to the 2 oranges, or the 3 oranges. You're just asking Rochelle to beat that back orange, and if she's tight, it's good. Anything in that sort of foot area
Exactly.
is going to improve the head. Fair effort here, very fair.
Oh.
Unlucky, well played though. It's a good shot.
Well, shot the very, very back one, but you'd think that Ali probably wouldn't play with that sort of weight, but anyway.
Yeah, if Ali hits the back there, he's not done what he wants to do.
No.
He's just looking to move the jack back a foot or so.
But again, as we say, this is Ali's sort of shot, just a wee trail.
Yeah, it's a bread and butter shot for Ali. Unlucky, really. It's a good shot. So they live again, Nick and Rochelle, and they really, really need to sort of fix the setup now, or you're just going to be looking down the barrel of a bundle.
So will he swing in time? That's the issue.
No, not quite. So
Right weight. I mean, I really think realistically he's got to be looking at the front blues as target.
yeah,
And if he's slightly wide, he's got an option. But
just has the feeling of one of those big points in the game this end. You know, I think the players will look back and they'll either say that's the end we could have won,
yes,
or that's the end that we lost it on.
yep. Same idea here for Nick. You know, again, it's he's got to be targeting that on the front blue or just sneaking him in it.
Got the saddest song in the world playing in the background. Oh, unlucky there from Nick.
He's been unlucky.
No, he has sort of made it more difficult for Ali to make a bundle happen. I think you've got to take this opportunity, though, to try and sit with a couple.
Yes.
So Ali will be looking at that forehand. You see the split there that sits on our screen in the middle of those two blues. Surely you can get it to hook enough to just sort of reach that split. Not huge weight. Not huge weight required. This is such a sad song, Simon.
Is that Johnny Cash, Alex, is it?
Yeah, hurt.
Ooh. That has gone terribly awry for Ali.
Yeah, it's gone badly for Ali.
He's two down there, and with Nick a good show to put another one there for the third shot. So, yes, well, it was a brave shot, but things unfortunately just they didn't quite pan as he liked. So, Nick with last ball on hand. Make sure he's reaching.
Yeah, we can see as the stand is beginning to fill up now. We're getting to the pointy end of these events.
And he got
Great
there.
effort there from Nick, not quite making it.
He's quite got there.
So I think it'll be two blue there, two to the Sinclair and Cameron combination. We'll know in a jiffy.
We will.
Yeah, any second now. Liz is just working out the flip cards.
Yeah, they're pretty tricky, those flip cards.
Yeah, two there. So
Two
5-3 to Sinclair and Cameron after 5 ends of the 10 that they will play in the semi-final. No time limit.
So Rochelle's changed her hand to go on the downhill to her backhand rather than the swinging hand.
I think that's a good call from
do
Michelle.
too.
I think it's just too easy to lose bowls on a downhill big swinging thing.
Definitely a kind of hand.
See, if you look at Liz, she's played this bowl. She's actually played it well,
Yes,
so
she has.
I'll wait until she misses
now
one
Roche-
to make my point.
They put Rochelle back on the other hand, of course. As always is the way, when you decide you're going to change to a certain hand, you get flicked to the other one.
It doesn't often last that long.
A little bit tighter this time, but she's got a little bit of weight on, so pretty good.
Yeah,
Well
good
played,
shot
Rochelle.
there.
Well played.
Liz willing this bowl to hold its line. And it's done so.
Very good
Great
shot.
shot there from Liz Morrow.
Very good shot.
Just rolling that blue bowl of Rochelle Cameron's around the corner. The other semi-final score I can report is 6-2 to the Michael Lawson and Simon Thomas combination after 4 ends, and they are holding a bundle on their head here.
Rochelle's gone around the back again. I'm not sure it's by intent, but anyway.
Good enough, and a good shot there from Liz. Liz playing some very good bowls.
So Nick will be, I think he won't be shy. I think maybe sort of on the forehand there, sort of working his way through and of the shoulder of one of those oranges. I don't think the nope.
On the back end doing something. Simon,
Yes.
what he's doing, we'll just have to wait to
We
find
will.
out. I actually have no idea. Oh, we'll say very little with that bowl. Maybe he was looking to play onto that orange bowl to squeeze the jack. So that orange bowl's on the run. That short bowl that we see at 12 o'clock, it's on the run. If you play onto it, you can see a reflection of the jack in that blue bowl to the right. It might be squeezing through.
Yes.
He had that sort of weight too to get that result, and Ali just covering that area of the mat. It's all about reducing the area in which opposition can score a point.
So you might be...
Nick on the forehand now. Nope.
No. Change mine.
Maybe third bowl. It's hard to tell. It still looks sort of wide out of his hand.
Very good shot. That's why I probably hit the shot. Fourth one. So Ali's going to be working his way through his orange probably.
It's an exceptionally good bowl there from Nick Sinclair.
So Ali has got a bit of weight on board. He's going to not quite get it.
How to get it clean.
Do you think it'd be one blue at the stage?
Yeah, it's intriguing here this head because we've got 4 blues at the back and 1 blue, one solitary lonely blue in a really good place up front. So I don't think either team can afford to be that aggressive here, can they?
No, well, you say if you try and flick out the blue ball and you get it wrong, you go horribly wrong for Ali. Here's what Nick does here, of course. If he's around that, he's handy.
So we got
can he? The question is, can he go underneath that front orange and sit the blue out clean?
Well, that's the question, and it comes with some risks. They are 2 down. It is a semi-final of a national championship. They don't come around every day, no. Simon.
They don't. There is a gap between the blue and the orange, which would let us know that is feasible to actually sit it through clean. So, is he playing with weight, Alex? He looks to be playing with weight. He's
tentative. He was tentative there. I don't think Ali was convinced that shot was on.
Not fully committed to the shot, as you say. So that's 1 blue.
Yep, so they sort of extend their lead, that Sinclair and Cameron combination, to 3 points, 6-3 after 6 ends of the 10, 4 to go on end 7. And I think they'll be pretty pleased with how their first outing as a Pierce combination is going, Simon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's now on the uphill.
Yeah, Rochelle remembering well and playing a very good bowl. That's a great shot. Perfect start.
Top shot first up.
Lowe's on the forehand side, the bigger swing.
Not quite there.
Just ran out of oomph.
Michelle on her forehand, just passing the orange. But another very good bowl. Very, very good bowl. It's a great start to the end. Elizabeth's looking to improve on her first bowl, trying to get the bowl past the jack or onto the jack. Didn't get it away as well as she would like, I would think. But it's going to end up in a good spot anyway. Probably see Michelle changing over and trying to land the jack. On its way and a little bit wide. But anyways, she's going up in a good spot around behind the jack there. Yeah,
you can't be unhappy with that sort of leading there from Michelle.
2 on and a back bowl, it's great stuff. So Liz again on her forehand.
How's the oomph?
I think so.
Lacking an oomph there, I think, Simon.
A bit of both, eh? Foot of both, really. So Nick's got a good chance to snesh it right in front of that of the jack and the blues. Put the pressure on Ali with his first one.
Absolutely. Big bowl here. They spoke in earlier games about the money bowl. That being the last one of the lead and the first one of the skip.
And he will not be happy with that, Nick. It's probably his worst bowl he's played.
I would say that's comfortably the worst bowl Nick's played, which speaks to how well he's played this game.
So Ali will be definitely, he would think, not shy. He's pretty good.
He would have killed for a little feather off that short bowl.
Right, so Nick can now really afford to draw right to that because he's got a bit more space.
Let it go nicely. So it might be on the high side. if that wasn't that way, Simon.
Very good shot. Very good shot.
If it was his forehand on the downhill, that would have been on the high
I
side.
believe
But
so.
we're on the uphill way, as we all know.
It does give Ali an opportunity. Maybe could that check pinch off the shot bowl onto the second shot and come forward?
Yes, I think so. And I think that's the sort of shot that Ali will play.
Oh,
He'll be reaching right through this,
yeah, he's playing on his backhand, no forehand.
looking for perfection.
Yep.
Yeah, close here.
Big
Got to be
weight,
close.
big weight.
Got to be close.
Ooh.
Oh. How can you hit it so hard and get so little movement?
Not as he had anticipated.
Beautiful effort there, though, from Ali Wilson. I think if he'd been half ball wide or half ball narrow, we would have seen a good result there.
So Nick again, just trying to get in the way or lob right on top.
Ali, of course, also won the singles event that they held at Upper Hutt in conjunction with the North Island Championships recently in about October. Going straight for that orange bowl, zeroing straight on that. The question is it going back to the jack or not?
Is he trying to get
I think he's looking through that orange.
Yes, through the orange onto the blue, and then jack around the corner.
We could see an impressive result here. Giving it a hoof. He's not far away. That's a good shot there from Ali Wilson. A good shot, well played, found. You know, he pointed at that.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Looked like 2 come out, I thought.
Brilliant. Yeah, 2, I reckon. So 5-6. That's the sort of shot you want to play on at a national peer semi-final.
Yeah. See a shot, nail it. Yeah, 2. So 5-6 after 7 of the 10 ends.
Great. Good game of bowls we're watching here, Simon.
Very good game. Lovely matchup.
Did we know who the winners of the Bob Malcolm Memorial Tray ended up being, per chance?
That's per chance of no.
Okay.
We'll endeavour to find out. We're led to believe it's Greg and Fiona Edwards.
Okay, cool. Congratulations
From
to
Nelson.
Yeah, they're good bowlers. Greg won the South Island Triples a few years ago. Always out about the trips. They come up to the Masters Singles every now and
They
then
do.
in Auckland, the
big trip
Invitation
for them.
Masters Singles. So, well done to them. And an update of the score on the semi-final of the other match between Michael Lawson and Simon Thomas and Graham and Gary Lowe. It's now 6-5 to Lawson and Thomas after 6 ends. And it's looking like the Lowe team is on a comeback trail. They've got a good head sitting there. So we'll keep you updated on that game as we go. Interesting that both games are 6-5, although our game's a bit further progressed than the other one. Remember, stay tuned. If you're looking for up-to-date results, stay tuned on the New Zealand Indoor Bowls Facebook page, Facebook group, or website. If you just Google New Zealand Indoor Bowls, it'll pop up as a website. You can check out the Google Sheet there, and that will give you up-to-date results from both the Masters and the Open event, singles, pairs, triples and fours.
Technology nowadays is fantastic, Alex. We've got everything at our fingertips. For those unfortunate enough not to be able to get to these championships, you can certainly look and see and feel the atmosphere with all the results, and the streaming here is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. It's been great, really. Is we've developed over the last few years, and it's good to see also that there are centres beginning to pick up the streaming thing. It doesn't have to be this level of streaming, like we're using the Bowls New Zealand streaming equipment and contractor for the PS triples and fours, which is a considerable amount of equipment. But you can do some really good live streaming just with something like Switcher Studio. All you need is a few iPods or iPhones and someone willing to learn a little bit, and it's a low-cost way for centres to get their events out to a wider public, and I think it can only be good for the sport.
Absolutely. I do recall many moons ago doing a commentary of a pairs final in Taupo, and I was in the back of the workman's shed with the guy Phil Quinney. It was freezing cold. I was in a beanie, jackets, gloves. So this is luxurious.
A bit more comfortable.
A little bit more comfortable.
Nick Sinclair on his backhand on the downhill way, taking a nice track here. Oh, he hasn't overplayed it.
Handy bolt, one down.
Just another quick little update. The Lows just scored a 3 in their other semi-final, so it's 8-6 to the Lows after 7 ends of the 10. They're looking to replicate their final berth from the last Nationals
Great
and
shot
go
from
one better,
Gary.
obviously. But meanwhile, back on this head, I wonder if Nick's going to look on the forehand with oomph. That plant on the outside of the head looks pretty, doesn't it?
It does, and he's got in the edge of his
Yeah, and if
underneath. He's got the edge to come through.
you happen to be
Yeah.
tight, it's fine.
He'll no.
We'll see.
Here we go.
Get himself set up nicely. Let it go with slightly less weight than I was expecting here. Opted just to keep the head nice and tight. It's fair enough, fair call. So
Yeah.
Orange holding a couple here, one down on the card. It's not looking horrible, is it, Simon?
No, if he gets to that back blue, I think, and sits in there, it's quite nice. It'll sort of negate one of the options that that Nick will have with his last bowl. You'd still think though he has got the still has got the option through the forehand for that blue.
Yeah, he's got to focus on getting his line right here. That's all he would have been thinking about. That's all he's done. Just lacking a little bit of oomph, but the line was fine.
I think, as you say, Alex, I think a bit more positivity from Nick on this with this bowl.
Yeah, but
that view edge of there is that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And off the blue, through the gap, 2 shots.
Yeah, this will be a good shot to play in the semi-final of the National Championship. The crowd will be appreciative, I'm sure. We can see it beginning to build up in the background. He's let it go. Still
not big weight,
still
is it?
not huge weight here
And
from
that's
Nick
the hang-
Sinclair.
that's the hang your hand too.
He'll be disappointed
So,
with
he
that.
will be. It's probably 2, I think, there, Alex.
2 to Orange.
So they hit the front.
Yeah, hit the front for the first time in this match on the 9th end of 10. 7-6 up, second to last end. This is a big moment,
This is the
big point in the game.
Yep, pointy end.
Remember also to check out the rest of the day's coverage on the Sky Sport Next YouTube channel. It is also available on our Facebook page, and it'll be available on our website as well in due course. But if you're wondering where the Indoor Bowls is, just go to YouTube, type in Sky Sport Next. It'll be there, and we've got a few more games to go as well. Feel
Great
free,
stuff.
it's free. You know, you can share it with your friends and family, send it to them in an email or point them in the right direction. We're keen to get as many people to watch the coverage of this as possible, and it will be of course ongoing in the triples and the fours post section later on in the week.
Yes, we've got to say a big thank you to Bowls New Zealand for this. I know Tamara, who organised all this, was up at the Bowls 3-5 outdoor over the weekend, over on the ferry on Sunday night, Monday, get through here to get this all set up. So we're very appreciative.
Yeah, she had a busy time, has Tamara, and she was here until about 9 o'clock last night setting up this live streaming mat. So it's all much appreciated. It all goes into giving us a really good product that we can showcase our sport with, and the players are doing their job as well.
Pretty good head here for Liz and for Ali. That's
Yeah,
positional bowls
they've
good.
kicked on if you think about it. They looked to be the what you're saying.
They weren't.
They weren't informed, you know, they weren't hitting their straps. And then Ali just played that big bowl, he called it was about 3-4 feet out of the head, played it in, boom, got a 2, and they've just kicked on from there. But Michelle Cameron is not one to ever give up or look like she doesn't think she can be as good as she knows she is. So she's played a good shot there.
Well, she's part of the all-conquering Waikato ladies rep team, which I think would be the strongest ladies 8 in the country by a fair way.
I would agree with that.
So Ali, obviously that's the bowl, the orange-blue combination is going to flick that blue out clean. Ali just didn't quite get the right line there.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of bowls miss high on that hand.
Well, you won't be happy with that, Nick, unless that makes a mess of that shot, which it might do.
I think it has. I think Ali has to use a square now, which we can see he's got over to his left to try and make the bowl turn. This is very, very close. Very close.
Ooh, that last bowl of Nick's just did enough to offset that the shot that Ali was trying to play. So,
Worked out brilliantly, really. But they will be aware you don't really want to be all square not having last bowl on the last end.
He's trying to, obviously, he has to, but we really can't lock that bowl in there with the draw. I think he's probably going to have to come right round and see if he can give himself a bowl over the head. in case Ali gets the shots and he's got something to play to.
Yeah.
Bit of insurance.
On the forehand, on the uphill, it's easy to fall short here. Great try, but not quite enough. He's got last ball though. Ali will just play the same thing again, I think.
Interesting though, here, Alex. So if he plays it and he peels that bowl out and his bowl sits out, Nick does then have a chance to...
Yes, he doesn't want to get the inside. He wants to get the outside edge of that orange because he needs it to hang around the orange that he's hitting. Needs to stay on the head, or it could be real stressy, and he's going to get the inside of it. Yeah, that's
well,
okay.
One blue. So what does Nick do here? He doesn't want to obviously sell out on the.
Can you go the front? Can you go the front blue? The blue that sits at 10 o'clock.
If it was last then you needed more than one.
Yes, yeah, at that stage maybe, but perhaps not now.
It'd be pretty big kahunas if you did.
I'd give it a go and then it wouldn't work. That's probably why I'm not in the semi-final of the national pairs.
A couple of players around me sort of amused at that remark, Alex.
I think Colin just rolled his eyes.
And several other people.
Unbelievable.
But it's all right.
They've got no confidence in me, Simon.
Well,
That's the problem.
That's all right, Alex.
To be fair, I haven't proven myself right yet. I've got 2 more events to do it in.
You have. You're quite right.
I won't be allowed to play shots like that. Should be for the best. I think so.
So they are having a bit of a discussion though here, Alex. So it is maybe.
If he plays this,
Possibility of what's... I don't think so. Is he just going to try and draw...
Go on.
This is the wide hand, so this is the wide hand, but uphill. So it's going to be hard to get back to get a second shot, but I think that's the... I think the word discretion is a better part of valour may come into the equation here.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, good call. Fair enough. I was excited for a second.
Yeah.
This is a lovely track. How's the weight? No.
No good.
No, the weight's not.
Well, what a final end we're going to have now, Alex. All square last end.
All square last end.
Magnificent.
And
what's the other semi-final?
the other
doing,
semi-final has had a dramatic turn. And after 8 ends, it is now... Well, it's a 2-digit number because Warwick's about to put the other one up for us. Ask me again in 20 seconds. 11-6 is the score now to the lows. 11-6 after 8 ends.
Right.
In that game, and it appears to be a reverse of their semi-final, which was streamed on skysportnext, and it's a great game of bowls to watch, where the previous winners from Lenham in 2006, Grant Rayner and Paul Pasala, took on Simon Thomas and Michael Alston and was 6-0 up before not being 6-0 up. I think they stayed on 6 for the majority of the game.
Yes, I do believe. That's a fantastic opening from Rochelle Cameron.
Yeah, great shot there. Be surprised if we saw an extra end in this situation, Simon.
I would think so.
Rochelle on her forehand. How's the line? It looks a little bit
That's right,
tight.
so it doesn't want to be upsetting the Avalok out there.
Oh, that's worked
That's
out
pretty
well.
good,
That has worked out
That's
well.
very
Good
good.
shot.
Yeah, very, very good.
She's looking totally unbothered.
So imperative that Liz Morrow gets one in the square by Ali's left foot. Although he's thinking he's looking at on the forehand, but
Oh, there's some of the crowd. We've got
Taranaki
some of the crowd
contingent.
there. Some of the Taranaki, Kevin Barrable,
Ivan Phipps.
Ivan Phipps, Kyle Waldron, not from Taranaki, but sitting with them. Some others. Good to see the crowd starting to build up. We had a big crowd to watch the singles final of about 250.
So Liz, interesting enough, that is playing the forehand.
It's an intriguing decision.
It was. So Rochelle, really, if she can get round just past the corner square.
What you don't want to be, if you're Rochelle, all you're thinking is be wide.
Yeah, be wide, exactly.
Be wide. We've got a lovely narrow head here. We've got front toucher. We're all square. We've got second shot. Be wide. Finish along that line, that right line of the square that you can see, and you're happy days. You've done all you need to do for your skip.
Yep, she looks wide. She looks heavy, but she looks wide. Oh, no, not bad.
Good
Pretty
shot.
Good. Very good, actually.
Well, when you dream of being
yep.
in a national semi-final and as a lead for your last end,
That's it.
that's about what you're envisaging.
That's it. So again, Ali's trying to needs really for Liz to just change something. Really, just either get him a back bowl, or just shift the jack so he gets a look at it. So she's in a tightish line.
Great effort here from Liz Morrow. What a
Ooh.
shot.
Interesting now. That opens up another avenue for Ali.
Very interesting indeed. It'd be great to know who had the shot here. We'll know by the way Nick plays his bowl. It feels like it's a blue.
It looks blue, doesn't it?
Feels like it's a blue.
There you go. Blue from there, so. You think you'd be getting around that back orange with the first one? Perhaps?
You would think so.
Is it sitting not too bad? I mean, Ali's got to play a pretty good shot on that orange blue sit to get shot.
This is a great effort here from Nick. Oh, he's got to be careful. Oh.
And that locks his bowl in. It's pretty good.
His heart would have been racing there because it was heading straight for the jack.
So again, this is Ali's sort of bowl. Just sort of probing the head, making things happen, changing things up. It doesn't even really matter if he knocks the same bowl out.
Right, so yeah.
Gives him room to manoeuvre.
Plays with that lovely weight as well, with those classic old brown bowl shoes as well, Simon.
Yes.
I used to have a pair of those. My mother threw them out, which I have not forgiven her for yet.
Hard to get good mothers, Alex. Lucky you've got a good one.
She'll keep.
So he's
Ali on the forehand. This is real close.
in the air, isn't he?
What a shot. Good bowl. Open the head up lovely.
Very good. Now, big chance for Nick. Big chance for Nick. Draw the face of that jack. Make life really difficult for him.
Absolutely. They're just deciding what hand to play it on, I think. I can't think of anything else you'd be talking about.
No, I don't know. Well, I don't think you'd go forehand. Sure, they're maybe looking at what Ali's options are.
Yeah, it's like if Nick plays on his backhand, just looking to beat that. If you look to beat the blue, you'll sit in front of the jack.
Yes.
On the nice big swinging backhand side.
Yes.
While they're talking, I'll give you an update of what I can see. We've got a score in the other semi-final for the Open pairs. Lawson and Thomas now trailing 9-11 on the last end. In the far distance, I can see that Brian Stewart and his team are trailing 9-4 to, I think it's Barry Black, but I might be mistaken.
Okay, here's Nick on his backhand.
Tight.
Big bowl, but he's tight.
He will know in the moment he let that go that he was narrow.
But still, Ali's got to be a bit careful there.
Ali has to play a good bowl still, you're right.
Looks like the jack will go fairly quickly from the face of that blue.
You can't even play the plant, that's pointless.
No, that's just locked in.
You almost want to. He'll almost be looking to pull the jack back to the corner of the square on the forehand.
Exactly, because that's the kind of hand. So he can actually sort of work through that bowl coming.
Yeah, yeah. And if he goes inside out off that blue, so you can afford, because it's the hand that holds up.
Yep.
Even if he can be literally within 3 feet, as long as his weight's good, he's going to get a good result there. Because there's bowls to go inside out off, there's bowls to go outside in off,
Yep.
all on the forehand side. Yeah. That's what to get down and play. He would have played this bowl a million times in his career.
Rightio, here we go, big bowl.
Big effort here. This is real close here from Ali Wilson.
Ooh, what was that, about extra end?
Well, I said it was unlikely. But we might be getting it. That's a great effort. Oh, was he shy? Was he a little bit shy on weight there?
I think so. I do believe so. I think he probably would have wanted another foot at least to weight. Well, I mean, looking at that, Nick's got pretty much most things going in his favour, really.
Yeah, and he'll play a good proactive bowl here. Like we've said before, you don't make a semi-final of a national championship every day.
No.
It's something that pops up every now and then in anyone's career, really. And you've got to take your chances when they're given to you. So he'll be getting himself pumped up for this last bowl.
Yep. Well, he's got no harm through the orange, pretty much. Plays the same bowl as Ali, just a bit more weight, and he's probably just at the bowl through and sit in front.
Absolutely, on the forehand. Get himself ready.
Michelle's back there, can't look probably.
Potentially his last bowl of the game. He's let it go. He's let it go. He needs to get a good result. Well, nothing moved.
No, and he was terrible.
Nothing
wide.
moved. Oh, that's a good close-up from whoever
Zoom,
did that
yeah.
camera work.
Great zoom.
So we can see there a very tight head. Looks like a giraffe, Simon.
Well,
We'll see them have a look here. I think Ali has to go the blue on the back end.
yeah, it's crunch the jack, crunch the blue out.
You go blue on the back end, or you go the orange on the forehand. Either plant should do the job. You need to really have a proper look. If we could get a closer look here, you'd be able to see almost. I wonder if he'll go the orange on the forehand because it's the hand that tracks out. So if he misses it, he's doing less danger.
Well, Liz has got a other torch or some whites out.
Oh, these people always stress me out when they do this because it's close. I don't want them to move something. Rochelle having a nosy so we can see there they're putting the whites underneath to see if there is a gap between the bowl and the jack.
You can see Rochelle looking over the shoulder there.
I think it was
both
moved.
laughing. Everyone's laughing.
Oh, I wouldn't be laughing. Yeah, Rochelle's very
Giving us the heads
very
up.
sure that it's two touches.
2 touches.
She's looking she's a bit stressed.
Righto, Ali, what do you do here, mate? He's going to probably place through the outside blue, is he?
Outside orange, I reckon, on the forehand. The orange plant to our left. And if he misses wide, and we go to an extra end. It's on its way. It's It's close. What a shot. What a bowl from Ali Wilson for the win in the semi-final.
Great shot.
What a great game. What a great bowl. He played 2 absolute bombs in that game.
Absolute snorter.
Dispatching of Nick Sinclair and Michelle Cameron, and what a mighty effort for them to get through to the semi-final. But we have seen Ali Wilson and Liz Morrow make their way into the Summerset National Open Pairs final. I've just broken my pen, Simon. That's how excited I got. To the final, 10 points to 7. And before we go offline, I can let you know that the score is 11-9 to the Lows in the other semi-final. Is there a way we could get a camera on that game? Over there.
It looks like one at least blue there.
Can see the crowd is watching the other semi-final.
Very low. About to play his bowl, his second last bowl.
We'll see if we can't get one of the cameras.
Weight. And he's played
a bomb from Gary Lowe.
To Simon Thomas, last bowl. Good opportunity to just probably pull the jack around the corner for 2, for a draw. No,
it's all over. It's all over in the other semi-final. So our 2 finalists, our 2 final teams, just before we go, and the Summerset National Open Pairs to come back in about an hour's time will be Gary and Graham Lowe against Ali Wilson and Liz Morrow. But coming up next, we're going to have the Masters Pairs final. And I'm unsure who they're going to be, so check the spreadsheet or come back to Sky Sport Next in about 5 minutes. But that's us signing off. Thank you.
Today we're making new friends. We're building a community, and we're still doing all the things we love. We're getting the most out of every day. One day we'll rest, but not today.